I'm ready, I'm here. All according to plan. Schedule. It's on, as we all understood and believed it would be. No announcement post on YouTube. Yes, no, it's true. However, we're here, are we not? Um, so I don't know if everyone knows that I do tend to post on YouTube a little post that says it's happening at this time. Believe it or not, it's true. Today, it didn't happen. Um, the reasons being, I wasn't sure I was going to make it. I'm going to be straight up and honest there. Does everyone know about does everyone rely on the YouTube posts to actually know if this is happening? Do they just believe? Are they just here because they accidentally clicked on a picture? Please tell me on what you rely. Twitch notifications, of course. No, just believe. Yes, it helps. Those never show up, man. Yeah, I think that may be the case for some. Summoned by the void. It was inexorable, quite right. I rely on your schedule. I marked my schedule last week. I just believe trust. Okay. Twitch notification and YouTube notification on my phone. So how useful are the posts? I'm not sure. You know, it's difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes I really don't fucking feel like doing. Right now, I'm good. I'm good with it. Here we are. However, what if I just truly wanted to lie down on my face on the carpet for the evening? And that shattered any trust that we'd built in the past couple of weeks. People saying I could stream like that. It's true, I could, but I will not. We have some standards here at Randy Taylor 69 Streaming Industries. One hell of a boy assumed there wouldn't be a stream today since there was no YouTube post. Yeah, so there's no rhyme nor reason. There is a rhyme and a reason that I have kind of instigated here by saying I'd be streaming on Thursday night, right? But beyond that, there's no way for me to back out, basically. And I'm finding that may become an issue at some point, occurs similar to in which I feel the same as I did earlier. So I usually make a post at a certain time, right? Today at that time I was like, I don't know if I can make it. As it transpired, here I am and it's all good and it's fine and we're going to get to work very shortly. However, I am aware. Yeah, so I was thinking I could just change the schedule on Twitch, but who's going to fucking notice that? Twitter account, but really, making a Twitter account now is like, come on. I suppose it's possible that I did in fact nab that Twitter account many years ago and simply do not recall. However, I would accept the new normal. To hell with the schedule, I say. Having plans stresses me out. Stresses me out too, man. Self-discipline, darling. Self-discipline is power. Okay, competing opinions here. You're fully committed, no turning back. What made me change my mind? The fact that I'd said I'd do it, and also I perked up. The perk came to me. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. I appreciate the understanding of praise Solus there. Cheers for the bits. Thanks for the shout out. I don't know what that means, but cheers. A shout out to 6 viewers. Thanks. Say hello, kid. the reference. Cheers for the sub. Uncle Tommy, how's it going? Well done. Congratulations on your 7-stream streak. Have I been here for 7 streams? Not sure. Gigantified emote was a while back. Cheers. Sleagle, thanks for the 4-month resub. YouTube notifications. Okay, interesting. You're here watching me on Twitch, but you're relying on the YouTube notification. I see. I perked up with a K for those of you suggesting otherwise. It was the typical perking up of having a bit of a rest and feeling like, you know what, yeah. Cheers, sell suck your viz for the whatever the fuck that is. A lemon that's either laughing or crying, or possibly both. Snubelb, P.S. Thanks for the YouTube membership. I don't think I thanked you last time. Cheers. My vibe, according to Shafts, is all about being a freewheeling loose cannon cop on the edge who plays by his own rules. Bin the Shedge. Yeah. Who says bin? Who says continue on and attempt to operate under a level of discipline? I'm doing a poll. It's the only way to come to a conclusion on this. And please do express your own opinion. Right. Here we go. It's coming at you in a brief moment. It's in the chat now. The question is streaming schedule or no, but the options are streaming schedule or loose cannon. I want to see the results. It's the votes are coming in. Please do submit your vote. Ludviga says streaming schedule or it's never gonna happen, lol, which may be possibly an accurate statement. I can't escape from the schedule. You don't want the audience that needs a schedule simple as. Compelling argument. So the votes are certainly in favour thus far of a schedule. If you didn't vote for a schedule, you're dumb, says Vault Dweller 1986. Back in your vault. So we are 60-40% split here. And that seems to be about where it's selling. It's not an overwhelming win, it's true. A schedule is the only way to muddle through something you have to do. I don't have to do it. This is the thing, I do not have to do it. I'm here. For the japes. What about a schedule plus bonus chaos streams? Yeah, I like the idea of the bonus chaos streams, but they aren't really happening. And is it because of the streaming schedule, or if the schedule is not in place, would I simply never arrive? Schedule is nice because I'll kill myself if I miss a stream. There's always the VODs, man. Right? It's because you're being an lazy ass. Oh, well. I mean, that's a strong judgment you got for yourself there. there's mixed feelings and mixed emotions, and I share these. And I understand from whence they come. Do you know what I don't like? This little logo here. I feel like I need a sticker to just put over that, but I do have a couple of stickers kicking around the place. I'll have to see if one is appropriately sized. They are really harshing my vibe here. Without a schedule, I'll lose this valuable stream streak. That's true. Memphis has reached the highest streak seen thus far. Again, perhaps beating even me. Well, we started this with options, and we finish with those options remaining. And we'll see where we land. It's just, let's keep on, just go with the vibe, yeah. What is that vibe, though? Tell me. No options, the people have spoken. Well, yeah, but how many votes does my vote count for? 100% of the pie chart. It erases you all. So I was just interested in the opinions of the crowd. Slick Daddy saying, like the stream, everyone. Don't tell me what to do. Maybe they dislike the stream and do not wish to press the thumb. And that's fine. Let them live their lives. Don't ignore democracy. I mean, sometimes it needs to be done, and today may be one such day. Just stream when good game come out. There's too many good games that exist. I could stream 24/7 for some time, I feel, and not run out of games I've added to my fucking wish list and I'm interested in. That's certainly not the issue. Are we ever going to find out what Longtail had to say? So, for those of you who were not here last week and have not caught up by watching the VOD, because I know some people, they like it live or they don't like it at all. I understand that. They want to be there or they'll prefer to be square. That's fine. However, last week I began a game called Time Bandit. Somebody pointed out that I have put part 2, and in fact, yeah, I am playing part 1 of the game. It's very misleading. It's just I was going to write episode 2, and that's a bit wanky. It's not really, it's not demanding of... We're not reaching episodic status here. We are merely here. I don't quite know how to express that in words. Maybe just 2. I don't know. Time Bandit. No, that doesn't work either. Sounds like a sequel to the original game. I lied. I didn't lie. I asked myself, would I be there on Friday? And I didn't specify whether I meant streaming or... I believe I left it fairly open as to whether I'd even meet the fella, right? Let me rewind and actually talk about what the fuck I'm talking about. Began playing this game where I have a job, okay? I have a job. Haven't actually done any work yet as far as I'm aware. I've just kind of rode about a bit. A man came out of a lake, well, a river, a moat, and told me to meet him on Friday. This was last Thursday. On Friday, he asked me to meet me on Friday. Asked the time. I said 10 p.m. Reckoned that was maybe doable, possibly. Said maybe I'd be there, maybe I wouldn't. Tried to rearrange. However, the character Randy, this is Randy, is a little bit, let's just say, passive, and was unable to even suggest that maybe we just rearrange it for another day. And this is real time, so the game is in real time. If you say it's Friday 10 p.m., It's literally Friday, 10 p.m. So Friday, 10 p.m. I have a comment on my YouTube come up on my YouTube channel. Start here. Don't forget to meet the guy at 10 p.m. We are counting on you. So 10 p.m. rolls by, and we've learned a lesson here because I did not stream. However, I did not say I would stream. Just to make that clear. But then this. The thing is, she was online and logged into Twitch. So it looks to me like she planned to do it. I can only assume she passed out with exhaustion, blah, 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 blah. Barely conscious. Are you here? How can you see I'm logged into Twitch? Where's this information coming from? How do you see it? Tell me. Go on. In the community tab. Okay, so how do I turn that fucking thing off? Is the next question. I have no idea. Okay. So I was not on Twitch. I was just in OBS. And I guess that's the same as being logged into Twitch. Community tab doesn't show shit. So what's the truth here? Sorry, you just want, if you're logged into a Twitch account while watching a stream, the streamer can see your username in their users in chat list. That's not the issue here. I need the truth. He is here. He's been responding. He's just not been very open and honest with how the fuck he knows. And how the fuck I can turn that shit off. Looked at the community tab, but it shows the streamer, shows you always there, but you can see viewers. What? Probably me. What? Maybe I misunderstood how it works, but I saw your name listed there. Okay, so you just... okay. That makes me feel a little better. Streamer is always there, it doesn't matter. Okay, good. Good. That's good to know. Good to know. I was slightly concerned that by merely having OBS open, I was broadcasting my onlineness or something. Alright. I feel better about that. So, I did in fact meet with long-tail duck. And I did indeed record the meeting. So we can watch it now. It's goes on a bit, and really I just want to get to work, and I'm not so sure about long-tailed duck. But let's have a little watch of the... I'll just rearrange my own. Bring this down. Don't quite need to see that much. Just that. There we go. So here we are. Got a call. Can you hear this? I can't hear this. Hold up. Let me pause this shit. Pause. And get my headphones on, which are on the fucking floor. I mean, I'm pressing stop, but it's not stopping, so I guess I have no control over what's happening here. So here I am. This is going to be annoying if I can't skip though, because it does linger on some screens. I can't hear it. That's somewhat annoying. Can you guys hear that? I mean, not that you can actually hear. Hang on. This is me being lost and not quite knowing where the park was. I was wandering around looking for the park. Can I? No. Okay, we just literally have to wait. This is... Can you hear it, by the way? You can hear it. Okay. I can't hear shit. So this is cool. And I can't skip, so... Don't know how well this is gonna... Here we are. So, as you can see, it wasn't actually 10 PM yet, but he was there waiting for me. Thanks for coming. I'll give you the rundown, kid. No time for questions. This is Longtail Duck, by the way. In the 1980s, the company you're working for, during their regular mining activities, discovered a new chemical element, chromium. Colloquially known as time crystals, this material, when gathered in large enough quantities, holds within it the power to slow, accelerate, and even reverse time. Though this was nothing less than the discovery by modern science and technology of a fountain of youth. They kept it under wraps from the public, except for the wealthiest of the wealthy, the 1% of the 1%, whose investments they sought out with the promise of the magical ability to bend time to their will. Ooh. As for their workers, I can't remember his accent, they were digging up time crystals, the crystals that wealthy investors were paying billions for, and handing them over for a couple of dollars in a drug that kept them awake, just like you. Here, I've prepared a small presentation for you. Okay. I've seen this already, by the way. Yeah, I didn't leave long enough for these bits, but I left far too long later, so I was hoping to be able to skip over that. And I was actually hoping to be able to skip over this because he goes on about make Karl a little. The 19th century economist Karl Marx wrote about surplus value, the money pocketed by the capitalist for the product of the labourer's work after subtracting wages. That is, the value of the labour not paid to the labourer. Skip, but I can't. Who brings a projector with them, exactly? Okay, only a certain amount of the workday is made up of necessary labour time, the time it takes for the labourer to make a product equal to what was paid for their labour. Whatever work is done beyond that time makes surplus value. It goes to the company. You following, guys? Marx expressed the growth of capital by means of the exploitation of labour. I was going to skip this, but I can't. By the equation, money, commodity, money, MC minus C minus M. Money makes more money by buying the... You get the picture. Okay. Read it yourself, if you wish. Next. So you see that just with good old-fashioned wage labour, the company could grow its wealth by paying its workers far less than their time was worth. But this wasn't enough for them. Not content with the rate of surplus value they'd achieved, they dreamed bigger. Their plan, once they accumulated enough time crystals, they would build a machine that could be used to place all their workers inside of a bubble, in which whole lifetimes would pass in a mere instant. For those watching on the outside, they would rapidly work generation after generation to death. Meanwhile, a small few, the shareholders who purchased the time crystals with their investments, along with the CEO, would get the chance to work the reverse technological miracle on themselves, putting a cloak around them in which time slowed, so that they could live forever. Of course, they're a selfish bunch, their ranks have been dwindling amidst infighting. The board of directors now consists of just the most ruthless among them, who could survive with cunning, or the brute force of capital. There's ex-military general and arms supplier Captain Cortez, the mastermind scientist of human behavior Dr. Iceman, charismatic cult leader Calvin Drake, and of course the CEO Old Star. Their aim is to live essentially as immortal gods, accumulating capital until the sun burns out. But they would need an unbelievable amount of time crystals to do all of this, and we stopped them. For a time. I led efforts to unionize the workers, and we put a stop to work. Not only that, we infiltrated the company HQ to try to seize their design plans and materials for ourselves. And they brought in military force to crush us. End of the presentation there. You'd think. However, he has more. This goes on for some time. I got away, but many were captured. Since I doubt they've given up on their plan, there's a good chance they're keeping them somewhere, ready to exploit once they've accumulated enough time crystals. In the meantime, they hired on a small contingent of independent contractors to operate the machines. This setup allows them to keep their workers separated from one another in space and time, preventing another revolt. They sent you in to press some buttons, that's all. Just what's needed to keep the machines running and get to the rest of the time crystals. They'll use them against you once you collect enough, for them. Your lifetime reduced to a blip of capital added to their bank account. There. This is the screenshot, obviously. You're young, fresh, unradicalized, ignorant of all that happened, new to town, so not a soul to tell you about it. Well, that's why I'm here. Long duck. I've been waiting patiently for the opportunity to meet you. I've been in hiding since the Union was defeated long ago, but I wasn't just spending my time on Twitter. I was working on a plan. Just move myself out of the way there. Okay. Got you. Imagine if we could get our hands on enough crystals to power our own machine. All those processes you've been waiting for to finish, they could be done in what we perceive to be a mere instant. Note that I've done no work yet. We could take back the ones they captured, and then we could rapidly seize the means of production right from under them. All of the capital they've generated by stealing the value of our labor from us, we could finally steal back from them and make the society we've always wanted. And that's not all, of course. We could get our revenge, send the CEO and the shareholders straight to their deaths by turning time rapidly forward on them. We've been denied pleasure in our lives, but no more. We're going to have some fun. We're going to get the justice we've deserved all these years. It's all up to you. Free us all from this alienating mechanical labor, and you'll open up a world of our own to do whatever we want in. A world where all that we've ever dared dream of can be made real. Here is my sole request. Stop giving the time crystals to them. Bring them to me instead. Sorry to have you meet me here just so I could deliver so much exposition to you like this. I just had to make sure you understood the importance of this task. And if I still haven't convinced you, I can offer something else to sweeten the deal. I can pay you a fair wage for every crystal you bring me. It's not much, we have limited funds left over from the Union, but it's still far more than that pathetic bonus they give you. Like I said, no time for questions. I chose the park as our meeting location because the last place anyone looks is right under their noses. You might not be able to find an entrance anywhere, but the company HQ is the clock tower right behind us. We should get out of here. I've disabled the cameras inside the facility so you can get any crystals you find past the entrance. I'll be waiting for you to bring me the crystals outside the entrance to the facility where we first spoke. Stealing from them sounds like fun, but I don't know about killing them. You got it. Let's start the revolution. Whoa, hold on. How can I trust you? That was the one I went with. I told you, there's no time for questions. Anyway, what else are you gonna do? Just keep working? And then the clock struck 10. I guess this was maybe supposed to happen at the beginning of the conversation, not sure. I was early, as stated. Too punctual, if anything. There we go. This is when I noticed that final T. I looked at it, this is just my face. Part 1 appendages of the machine. So as pointed out, yes, this is part 1. $12.17 in my wallet and 1 gallon of gas in my pocket. And home again, fiddle dee. Dee, to bed with me hee hee. So, that was it. Went to bed. The end. So there we have it. You're caught up. I did in fact keep my loose arrangement with Ducktail. The energy bar is full because I'd slept the full night before. But bear in mind now, we've been in bed for a week without doing a jot of work. So I do wonder if when we start the game, my boss is going to have my guts for garters. So that's to be determined. Cheers Moonlock for the gift sub. So, I think we go in. I think we go in and see what happens. We wake up, fresh new day. Obviously, yes, I've been asleep for a week. However, I'm ready to get back to work. Slightly concerned that I've forgotten all the hotkeys, but I'll attempt to believe in myself and my ability to retain some level of information. Perhaps that's a mistake of mine. Some talk about the possibility of my recording audiobooks. I'm telling you, man, I've tried a couple of times for fun to do just that, and I realized that it's a difficult gig because, at least for me, I find that if I'm recording and talking, I talk differently to my normal way of talking, I need to train the chords up if I was going to do something like that, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing when I'm attempting to read in a way that's understandable, because I have a tendency to mumble, and I feel like that's the natural way of my voice, and when I am not mumbling and instead attempting to enunciate, it's quite fatiguing. So I'm not sure on how successful that will be. Anything's possible. Is this not working now? Is this working? Is this not working? Why is that not working? It is working. Okay, good. Good. Tendency is a bit of an understatement. Thanks, Anthony, for noticing. Yes, I'm a mumbler. It's true. Release the tapes. I did a couple. I should say I attempted a couple for some reason, just to see what it was like. A long time ago, I must say. One was... maybe I won't say. Maybe I will dig out the tapes at some point and share. Fuck knows if they exist. But they probably do, because I never delete anything. I am a digital hoarder. Just slightly wary that I'm not seeing enough of that. Let me just adjust. Oh, please allow me to adjust as I wish. Do not override my adjustments. Thank you. Appreciated. How did I end up with this game? How does one end up with anything? Here we go. Loading it up. I'm just going to turn it down slightly for myself. How's the volume? Is it okay? Okay? Is it all okay? Fine? Good? It's okay? Good. You know what? I'm going to try and remember how to make a phone call. Okay, shall we call Mr. Pincher and see if he's fucked off with the fact that I literally have been asleep for a week. Quit lying around. Your energy meter's full by now. It's time you got up and did something productive. Well, he's aware I've been asleep. Does not necessarily know that it's been a full week. Let's call May. What's she up to? I just woke up. You sound well rested. You must have a full energy meter now. Still, don't push yourself too hard. Come back and rest whenever you need to. Thanks, May. Longtail. Does he still exist? He's just going to ask me for my time crystals, isn't he? That's all he wants from me, let's face it. Well rested, get out there and collect some more time crystals, as suspected. Who's this guy again? The garage man. Yeah. Mumble sleepily and incoherently. Oh yeah, he's asleep, isn't he? Rise and shine, sleepyhead. It's not good for you to keep lying in bed like that. Get outside and take a gasp of that fresh ocean air. But this guy shuts up shop at... Is it 10 PM? Maybe he's still there. Maybe we can... Or was it 9? I think it might be 9. Let's see. So, I mean, my energy meter is full-ish. Let me see if I can remember where the... Here it is. I only work under the moonlight. Yeah, he's shut, isn't he? Not open till 9 PM. So we're basically, if the schedule remains, we yeah. Why is it not completely full? Did those phone calls really take so much out of me? I'm not gonna last long, am I? I think that all right, let's refuel anyway. Yep. 1 gallon, please. I'm gonna tire myself out now. Just remembered that the quicker I do this, the less energy I lose. Alright, here's my work. Wait, Longtail's outside. He's just lurking, I can't actually interact with him. Giving me the cold shoulder now. We're friends, aren't we? Let's go in. Try and remember what the fuck our job is. Am I going outside again? Oops. Right, back in. Just wanted to check that that was the door. Good. So I have a forklift truck in my pocket. Yeah, the energy is already depleting. I was supposed to make a bridge, wasn't I? Was that something I was doing? I cut down the tree to make a bridge, right? Z, X? No, that's not doing anything. Is my recollection correct? Is anyone else remembering something about a shift? Okay, shift. Wood. Wood. Build bridge. Thank you. Lift log, throw log. I'm not gonna comment, I'm just gonna do it because we're spending energy. Okay. So that's been set in motion, and I think that that timer means it will be done in 1 hour. So, do we have any other work to do? Can we do this one also? Or do we used up all our wood? So the answer is no. However, there is a time crystal there. Can I... How can I... I guess I need to, I can sneak. I have discovered. It seems that... No spoilers, please. Thanks. There's some time crystals lurking around here, so maybe let's just pick them up. Remember that our boss did... I can't fucking see what I'm doing. I can see it shimmering and whatnot, but I guess it's entrapped behind these... okay. Right. Around the other side. Maybe. I keep accidentally sneaking. Here we go. Look at these babies, they're all over the goddamn place. I need to move shit around, however. So, need to get out the forklift. Not the axe, the forklift, thanks. And then use it somehow. Use it somehow? Oh, got a call coming in. Those are piles of trash that someone must have left lying around. The way that they are right now, your forklift can't pick them up, I see. You're going to need to find some other tool to deal with them first. Piles of trash lying around. Right. Have you solved the puzzle on the other side of the bridge yet? No, bitch. So... Can't do shit until... Is that the case? I can't do shit until the bridge is built. Let's not assume the worst case scenario. And just continue to meander around. It does seem that that may be the case, however. Come on, let's just find one fucking time crystal lurking somewhere. Then, while we wait, we can at least go to see the duck and consider giving him the time crystal, although I'm not 100% comfortable. Sure, there's fun to be had here. Are you? Can I just walk in? It would seem not. Maybe let's call Mr. Pincher and see if he has anything to say. So I just have to sit here and wait for this bridge to build? Is this what the whole game is like? Stop complaining, son. If you don't have anything else to do while you wait for it to finish building, go home and rest. That'll save your game, and then you can come back later. Don't dally. The longer you work, the more you'll have to sleep to fill up your energy meter. Go home and rest while you wait for the bridge to finish building. Right. Cheers, Wolfie. What was it like working in this facility? Backbreaking. We had to fill up all the shipping containers and trucks by hand. No technology like you got. And if you think the puzzles are bad now, you should have seen what the logistics were like when this place was in active use. Nearly impossible to make your way through anything to get what you need. The worst part is, when I finally got to go home and sleep, my body would still feel like it was doing the work. Have you heard of the Tetris effect? I probably talked about this before, but when Battlefield 2 first came out, I played it so much that when I was walking around near where I lived at the time, I heard a helicopter go overhead, and my instinct was to hide behind a car. Anyway, Tetris Effect. It's named after the falling block puzzle game Tetris. People who played the game too much reported that they would still see the blocks falling when they closed their eyes, even when they were trying to sleep. You might be experiencing a similar phenomenon if, when you turn off the game, you still picture the boxes and imagine rearranging them, planning out your next move in your head. But for me, the continuous physical movements of the labour had worked their way even deeper into my nervous system. It was like I just couldn't get away from it. My body had been primed for it throughout the day and was ready to go for the next. I continued working in my sleep. It gave me nightmares and consumed me completely. Does this not just happen when you have to do anything for fucking ages, in some level of, under a deadline or something like that? Like, I've had a lot of dreams about keyframes, for example, sort of feverish dreams where I'm moving keyframes around, or curves in After Effects or something like that. It's like games, software, anything like that, it will stick. It was just like Tetris. If Tetris were hell, we've all been there. And Joseph, I mean, I doubt he has much more to add, but let's see. What's this facility for? A retrieval facility for processing extracted minerals. A retrieval facility? Yup. After all, the extracted minerals could go straight here from the company's land, rich with resources, onto the highway in the city or onto a tanker in the ocean, from which it would be shipped out to refineries and power plants across the country and the world. After firing all their workforce, however, you might say it became more of a disposal facility. They just let the waste from their mining activities pile up here. Of course, the town doesn't appreciate having an environmental catastrophe right next door, but the marine life appreciates it least of all. I'm not sure where exactly the flow originates, but I've run tests on that water to your left, and it has a very low pH of 3.0. It's acid water, likely full of toxic metals, which it easily dissolves. You don't want to swim in it, let alone ingest it. I, in fact, wouldn't mind, just for a change of pace. But you can tell that just by looking at it, it's what miners call yellow boy. Yellow boy. It's the colour water takes on when it's mixed with acid mine drainage, a common byproduct of the process of extracting minerals from sulfides. That's also where the smell's coming from. They just hired you to move boxes around. No one's going to clean this up. Anyway, it's too late. It can take thousands of years to reverse the effects of acid mine drainage on water sources and aquatic habitats. The damage has been done. It's not very optimistic of you. We can fix this. Let's just jump in and test it out. Have a little taste. Apparently that's not an option. And this one just kind of lurks here annoyingly, just beyond my reach. Tiddly dee, tiddly dum. We've killed 10 minutes. Let's go back and have a little look around in the corner. There's a little vent at the bottom there. Can I please? I can look around. Let me look at the vent. I reckon I can slide in there. I just need to go prone. Where's the prone button? Is there one? 29 degrees Celsius. Save and sleep control. I can just do that from here. Don't know how I feel about that. Oh, I should read what that says. It's only possible to return to your bed using this option in the city. If you go and sleep here where you're standing, you'll be sent to jail. Okay, cool. Don't do that. Is there a prone button? Prone, you know, lie on the ground, crawl. Right? P? No. People don't know what prone means. Really? It's not X. I think there isn't one. Is that like a... Oh, let me read this. Instructions. Transfer all minecarts to the finish line. Minecarts that accidentally fall down to the lower level will return to their origins above once they reach recycling. Don't mess up. Transfer all minecarts to the finish line. That's the wrong button. How? Shit. What is it to get my forklift out again? Shift. Jizz. There we go. Push box. Pull box. Let's push it. I'm hammering. Okay, that takes half an hour. At least once this shit starts going, like once this bit's done, that bit is basically... No, in fact, that one will be done before this one. So we have something else to pass the time with. We are slightly in limbo until such a time as that happens. Just encourage it along with some moral support. Maybe speed this baby up. Wow, my energy is low. I should probably just stand perfectly still. Let's just stand perfectly still. Explore the town a little, someone suggests. Well, if we do that, we're probably heading off to Bedsy Bysies before any of this is complete. I'm so damn tired. I'm so tired of this damn dog in the flat below me seriously losing my shit. I'm sorry to hear that, Waves of Gravy. I too have irritating neighbours. I know the pain all too well. I generally don't mind dogs though. It's the people that are irritating. Alright, let's hit the town. Was it this way? Yeah. Just forget about that pile of guts. Anything to add? No. You're not actually interested in me as a person. Fine. Go to the beach. Can we go in? Shall I go for a swim? Doesn't look safe. Yeah, but I live on the edge. Call him. Call who? Take a leap. Correct approach. Are you going to Budapest? For the game, I presume you mean. I don't, sadly, I looked up tickets for the game and they are selling for £10,000, so probably not. Let's go for a swim. This is as far as I'm able to go. I can only paddle. But it's nonetheless quite refreshing. Not quite sure what I'm looking at on the horizon there. Is that a mountain? Is it a hill? Is it a pile of trash? It's unclear. We'll go in over on here, this side. Can I can just go off screen. Oh, here we are. How far can I go? That's as far as I can go. Where'd he go? Take a peek at the energy bar, by the way. Who was it who suggested I go for a walk? Quite nice, isn't it? The sounds on this game annoy me. I like them. I like the way it looks, I like the way it sounds. Let's keep going. Our shoes are sodden through at this point. Still we walk on. Oh. This is the end of the line. Can't get around whatever the fuck this is. It seems to be a 2D plane. Alas. Hi ho, it's off to work I go. No work. We really need to get this up. If the boss sees this, he'll be deeply displeased. I'll keep an eye out for some cleaning chemicals to get that stuff up. So it did how did I get on that screen, by the way? I can't even remember now. Was it just escape? Okay, here we go. So I can save and sleep from here. So if it gets really close to the wire, I can just climb out onto this bridge and collapse without going to jail. Well, I believe I do have a drug that I can take to keep me awake slightly longer. I do though feel that I should be saving that for a time of need rather than a time of merely wanting to play on. Soaking up the sights. What to do? Look, I'm just gonna go back. God. Alright, well, we fucked it now, haven't we? We've really, we've expended a lot of energy on our completely unnecessary wandering. Let's go back and get some work done. I'm moving to the location of the first piece of work that we'll complete. Thing is, I think I've already used the energy required to do this job. I'm not going to have to, in 20 minutes, suddenly hammer spacebar and find myself in a right pickle. Wonder if there's any more going on when it's daytime. We'll never know. We belong in the night, we live in the night. We are a night. Randy is a night person, a night owl. He sleeps all day and he works for some fairly small proportion of the night and then heads back for a bit more sleep. Energy low. Oh, fuck's sake. Alright. Hey, just a heads up, your energy meter's running dangerously low. I was standing still. You should head home to rest, or if you have one, pop an energy pill. Shall we just do that? If they find you sleeping out here, they'll take you to jail. In the future, keep an eye on that meter. I can't give you a reminder every time you're about to pass out. Well, you could. If you're able to, then you could, in fact. Like, what are you actually doing? We have one energy pill. We could take it. Shall we? External Wolf, thanks for the sub. The Prime sub, cheers. And Craftaf, thanks for the sub and the reminder that my energy is low. Shall I take the pill? Do it now. Is it going to replenish me entirely though? Because if not, maybe we should wait until I'm lower. Stims at this exact hour. 10:17 p.m. Why don't you go to sleep? Does sleeping also take 8 real life hours? Yes, sleeping, as I found out last week, does in fact take 8 hours. Last week I went to bed, got up, feeling fresh as a daisy, walked out the front door of my housing apartment and realised that my energy had not replenished one iota. Take it as a last resort. I think we're at the last resort. I don't know how the pill works, so it's a little bit of a gamble. Does it just replenish it for a brief period, or does it replenish it as though it were real energy? Waste the pill. You could use it to find out. I could, but it's nice to have a little bit of insight before you go blasting them. Let's just down it. Have a little look around first. Time crystals are in here, look. They're all within the silt. It's not that bun, it's that bun. Taking the pill. Wait, how do I do it? How do I take it? I've selected it. Z and X, no. How? Shift and Z. Shift and Z. No. Shit, how do I take it? A? 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 There we go, okay. Whew. I was beginning to panic. Only 17 minutes to wait. You're a big guy for you. Thanks for the sub. The Prime resub. Cheers. This game needs to be returned before it's too late. I'm not returning this game. It will go down. I'm slightly irritated to learn that my energy goes down even when I'm standing stock still. I suppose I am still standing up. Which I personally find quite tiring. It's alarming though, the speed at which it depletes. This game is not free. I paid for it and I do it again. I suppose I could go to bed. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea actually. Go to bed until it's done. Why didn't I think of that? Then we've got the bonus energy and the sleep energy. Where's the door again? Fucking hell, I can't remember the way out. There we go. That bit always gets me. So, let's try and do this. Control, save and sleep. This will save and quit the application. No. No, 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 no. Gotta walk with my own human legs. It's good to know it's an option though. Wait, where do I live again? Did I go the wrong way? Here we go. Does walking use more energy than standing? Good question. Does it indeed? Fucked it. Right, well, whatever. Let's have a little snooze. 10 minute snooze. Just, do this one. There we are, snoozing away. Looking very comfortable. And cozy. Allow the snooze to continue while we take a little break and consider our next steps. Talking to people on the radio stops the energy from depleting. This is loud for me, by the way. It's loud for you. Does it? But I don't know if they have anything more to add, to be honest. I think we've expended their dialogue. I hope I'm gaining some energy here, because I have just walked home, possibly unnecessarily. I like to think that it's illuminated by a nice lamp that's just off screen here. That I have some. That's my one nice furnishing in this otherwise fairly desolate room. And as we can't see the light source, I can believe that Randy has his favourite antique lamp in the corner. I've noticed blinking yellow dots in the factory minimap that don't correspond to visible objects. Maybe those areas are interactable, okay? I'll have a little look when we mosey back that way in 8 minutes or so. I've never slept on that couch. I've said that before. I don't. It's doesn't have a huge amount of give, let's say that much, from the brief period I've lain upon it. It's minimalist, isn't it? The mattress in particular with no bedsheet is... That's a level of minimalist that we can all strive to achieve. Just a mere 8 minutes-ish. That's what I'm thinking. If I was super tired and only had that couch, I'd lie in it. Yeah. It's actually so I've mentioned this before, it's fairly banal, but since we are literally waiting to gain energy by sleeping in order that we can move a box, I think it's a suitable level of interest. It's a sofa bed, so it does actually the mechanism is cool. If you are interested, by all means look on the IKEA website and watch the video. It's cool. Great mechanism. So yeah, I definitely, if that was all I had, yeah man, I'd be reclining. Honestly, have you taken care of your voice? It's almost the same as it was 20 years ago. It's not the same, it's lower, I've noticed. In tone. I haven't done much to take care of it. I don't know how one would. I suppose I drink tea. And I don't smoke. Therefore, yeah, taking good care. Could you perhaps allow clips on Twitch or YouTube? I don't know about that. I don't know. I'd like to have ultimate control, you see. I don't know the benefit of it. Realistically, I should be the one to make those selections. However, I come, I stream, I go. And that's about where the story ends at the moment. Maybe that'll change in future. Super edgy teen 69. Yep. Here I am. Can we restart the stream because I missed the first hour and a half? Okay. Buy another pill and a seed. The thing is, the guy's shut. All I can buy is gasoline. I can't actually purchase the seeds or the pill because he shuts at 9 PM and it's 10:30 in my location currently. Is there a day mode? Yeah, it's in the day, but currently it's night. Time. It passes. Should have bought some of those time crystals. I don't think I've had the option to buy them. I found one and gave it foolishly to the fucking boss. Longtail Duck suggests that I've made a grave error there. However, can we trust him? IRL. Oh, yeah, I guess. We may never see day mode, it's true. What I could do, right, is I could fire up the game in the day at some point, buy some things, and then go back to bed in the game, obviously. Have I done my shoulder yoga? No, I haven't done shit, man. I'm wasting away. I have a pain. I need to get back on the mat. When you're off the mat, it's difficult to get back to it, isn't it? Who here trusts Longtail? Who believes that he is a reliable fellow? Can't take a man in flippers seriously. I'm calling it long-tailed duck is you from the future. Time travel stories require that you interact with yourself at some point. Sounds about right. Skeptical. I trust you, so I trust whoever you trust. That's not a wise approach to life, my friend. Man is in too deep. I'm completely off. Who the fuck is Longtail? He's the duck man. If that's any help. Is it time? I've lost track. I now have to walk back and expend energy to do so. It's only been 2 minutes, that's not true. Has anyone actually been paying attention to the time here? I feel that we must be getting close. What's the name of our guy? Our guy is Randy. Randy. 4 more minutes. It's nice to take a little time, isn't it? Sometimes. To simply be. To inhale and to exhale. To be present in the moment. Don't tell me what to do, I won't exhale, says Mushroom. Well, inhale now. Hold. And exhale. Okay, are we ready to roll? Are we ready to move a box? Move a box? Ready? Is everyone well up for it now? Has enough time passed that we're ready to fulfill our duty? You may have 30 more seconds. Back in we go. Take the shortest route possible if you can remember it. This way. Stepped over the past. It's shorter to go this way. And then this way. Causing issues once more. Back to work. How much worse off are we than when we started this? Oh shit, fuck's sake, man. It's off-putting. Okay. How much longer? 1 minute 37. Are we ready? It's gonna happen. It's about to fucking kick off. Watch the seconds tick down. Will it suddenly move? Or will it be an animated transition from here to there? Does timer stop when you call someone, or is it just your energy bar stopping? Let's see. Give Mr. Pincher a buzz. This is the sort of heat you could work up a good sweat in. A little fatigue at the end of a hard day of work is its own reward. It makes you feel like you really contributed something. It makes you feel alive. I'm sensing some level of deja vu here. At the end. Alright, let's go back to Longtail and see if he gives any kind of a fuck about me when I'm not holding a time crystal. Did boxes always take this long to push? Labour Stephen packing them full is efficient. Back then nothing was automated, we have to move them all by hand. That meant standing there applying grueling pressure for half an hour at a time. Alright, this isn't about you. We tried to plan our moves very carefully. Oh, I heard it, so it does not stop time. Figuring out how to arrange everything might be tough, but consider yourself lucky to have those forklifts to help lighten your load. Yeah, yeah. Back in your day. Ouch! Did you get run over by that thing? It would seem so. Sure seems like it. Well, you're acting calm after it anyway. That's a good sign. You took some damage, but it's not too bad. Look at your health meter in the top left corner of the screen. Okay, yeah, a little bit of a... You can always heal up at the hospital in town, but since I doubt the company gave you health insurance, it won't be cheap. And as with everything, it'll take time. It's just like a real hospital stay. But it's better to go in and get yourself healed if you need to. If your health hits 0 out here, then you'll have to pay an ambulance fee on top of the regular hospital fees. Occupational hazards come in many forms. If you think something could realistically hurt you, then it probably will. Keep an eye out and be careful. I had no way of foreseeing that. Nay. So... That's irritating. So, I can only move the boxes. I don't think I can move these. I don't really want to pull this backwards because that's not going to help my situation. So is this just fucked? Speak louder, I'm too lazy to turn you up. Can you hear me now? So what did it want me to do again? Transfer all minecarts to the finish line. Minecarts that accidentally fall down to the lower level will return to their origins above once they've reached recycling. Don't mess up. You're right. Wonder how that bridge is getting on. You go see. Go see the bridge. Can't be long now. Oh, look at this. A mere 15 minutes left. Well, it's happening, slowly but surely. I think I could jump across if Randy so desired. However, he's a little bit risk averse. Have a look. About to get ourselves a juicy crystal. And whatever that is, that looks interesting. But these things are in the way. It seems I can't hopscotch from horizontal squares, so that may present something of an issue. It looks a little bit like a toolbox. Back to bed. No, I think the walk there and back is actually more draining than just standing here. Although let's just get on the dog and bone. What's in these shipping containers? Probably nothing, given that the company just left them here like this. Look, they're rusting. They must have been here for a while already. They are, by design, standardized for easy stacking, though they come in a variety of colors, all bright. Almost a quintessential symbol of modernity, with all the good and the bad that it entails. In spite of the environmental consequences of international shipping, I admit to having enjoyed watching shipping containers from the shoreline on occasion as they came in on big barges to be loaded and unloaded. You freak. In a dark facility like this, they're easier to ignore, almost props to move quickly past. But it's worth stopping for a moment to take a look. They offer set dressing for the admiring eye, as orange rust slowly overtakes them for good. Why weren't there bridges here to begin with? Why do I have to build new ones? Oh, there used to be bridges there. We burned them down during the demonstration. It's the only thing that gets a reaction out of them, destroying their property. They were wearing down already anyway, and would be rebuilt eventually. But humans, on the other hand, they have one life that can't be restored to them after it's passed, and the exhaustion of work done for someone else only accelerates their decline. I wore myself down in the service of that company for years and got little in return for it. Everything breaks down eventually. We have to do whatever we can to take back time for ourselves so we can make the most of it. If that requires burning some bridges in the process, then so be it. It's taking so long for things to finish, May. I know, but don't let it get to you. It's easy to get addicted to thinking about what you're going to do next, or checking if it's done yet, but it's probably not very helpful and definitely not good for your health. When you have no choice but to wait, the best thing you can do to distract yourself is to focus on other things. This is one thing among the many others in your life, I'm sure, and all of it takes slow but steady progress. Getting obsessed with accomplishing any one thing that takes a lot of time can be to the detriment of accomplishing all the other things you could be doing in the meantime. Don't tempt me, May. You can always take note of how long is left by looking at the timer that appears above the box or other process that you set in motion. Yeah, I know that. Hence my call to you, in the faint frustration at the length of time, which we discussed at the beginning of this call, May. That doesn't mean you have to come back right when it's finished, either. You might still need to take some time to rest and fill up that energy meter of yours. There's no rush. I'd just like to get it done. Just try to keep your mind off it when it's not in front of you, and come back every now and then. You'd be surprised how much progress you can make over time by chipping away at something, little by little. Get back to work. Well, we're waiting, sir. I don't appreciate the angle of your eyebrow, sir. And whole minutes left. Energy pills can be used to give a quick boost to your energy meter. They're especially good to use if you don't think you'll have time to get back to your bed to sleep. Look, I ate it. I ate the one I had. Sorry to get snippy, but it does do that to me. Any other suggestions about how we can deal with this situation, May? If you leave it equipped, in your desperation to not fall unconscious, You'll use it automatically when your energy meter hits 0. So if you have a habit of wandering around without paying any attention to the state of your energy meter, it can be a good idea to equip it. I actually noticed before you called me and said that you wouldn't always call me. And that was the first time it's ever happened, so have a little more respect. Of course, if you're inclined to forget to pay attention to your energy meter, chances are you won't remember to keep the energy pill equipped to make up for it either. I guess you can also use a pill if you just need more time to get something done, but you should be careful with it. That's exactly what I did this evening. I was not careful, I just popped it. They did tell me to do that though. I was on the fence, but they were really about me taking that pill right then and there. So I can't be held fully accountable. Bobbington, the gas station is shut, okay? I cannot buy a new pill. It's shut. It shuts at 9 p.m. That's way before we even arrived here. So if you could keep your suggestions to those that are helpful, then Randy would appreciate that. The pill consists of a racemic amphetamine and dextroamphetamine and is used to treat ADHD. It was once well known for its use as a study drug for its capacity to increase attention. I knew someone in college who used it to stay up all night and get loads of work done, and also sometimes for recreation, for its euphoria-inducing effects. Oh, May. But there's a high risk of addiction, trust me, and it has many potential negative side effects over the long term, like anxiety, insomnia, depression, paranoia, and even suicidal thoughts and cardiovascular problems like heart attack or stroke. Relying on substances to keep working or to get joy out of things doesn't pay off in the long run. Wow, this is quite the lecture from you, May. This stingy company that otherwise doesn't like to give out anything to anyone for free just so happens to give out these pills as a bonus for every crystal their workers bring them. Oh, is that how I got that pill? That may be how I got that pill, from that one crystal I found. So maybe it's worth thinking about why for a second before you start popping pills. Jesus, alright, Mum. Remember, your body and mind have natural limits. Take breaks to relax and do other things. And take care of yourself. You take care of yourself. I'm fine. What should I do while I wait for these processes to finish? It's taking forever. I know. I despise those endless pits of boredom that open up before you and engulf you. When I find myself just waiting for something, I'll catch myself fidgeting and scrolling through my Twitter feed without even realizing I'm doing it. I'm just going through the motions mechanically, as if I'm running on automatic. Quite the message here. They control all of our time, even when we're off work, by giving us media deliberately designed to addict us. Okay. This hand is somewhat heavy. Don't go on social media on your time off if you can help it. Try to sit in the emptiness of an hour without giving in to distractions. If you succeed, it might rewire the connections in your brain and help you recognize what you're really impatient for. The thing that you live for, it's got to be bigger than the next distraction. Maybe it aligns with what we're ultimately after here. This guy should start a YouTube channel. There isn't much you can do to make that reward come faster, other than being as efficient as you can moving those boxes and maximizing what you set in motion at any one time. You can buy more forklifts from the shop, so you don't have to wait for one to finish its work before you set up another. See, that's the kind of tip I'm after, really. Just simply buy more forklifts. An actionable bit of help there. But if you've set up as many forklifts as you could afford to buy, then there's nothing more to do but wait. The timer that appears above a box or other process that you set in motion will tell you how long is left. There's no sense in letting things get you anxious in the meantime. Use the bit of free time you have to try to clear your head and get back here to set up the next thing. Eventually we'll turn this hellish temporal existence on its head. Okay. 5 minutes. Can you stop talking to them? I feel also that that may be a good move, because I am beginning to find myself slightly annoyed. We've got 5 minutes. Let's at least get to where we're getting to, and then consider where we are. Four minutes. Duck pays a lot more. Yeah, but... So then I can get many forklifts going. Is that the... Those conversations have slightly... My commitment is wavering based on those conversations. I was fully into this, but something slightly tipped me off balance with how that panned out. I need money and pills. Yeah, I guess so. One can of Pepsi could last anyone the period of time it takes to have a stream if they would just take the smallest sips. It doesn't matter. The size of that person does not influence the size of their sip necessarily. I would suggest. Someone suggesting that the fact I'm short means that this lasts longer. I think that's questionable. Oh, I've got a real, sharp pain that's pinging me on occasion. Need to do something about that. And it's not just sitting in this chair, as comfortable as it is to do so. Need to get some manual labour going. Move these boxes with my own might. Some sort of VR game where there is a literal box in this room. You move the box in the room with your own might, as previously suggested, and the box in the game moves also. You select which box you wish your box to be synced to, and you move it. Brilliant idea. I can't believe I've just shared it with the world before I patented it. It's certainly a concept, isn't it? 1 minute left. Hey, Ratter. How's it going? We're moving... No, in fact, we're building a bridge and it's got 39 seconds left. Hang on. Hold on. Oh. Hold on, hang on. Just... It's happening. Soon. "21. I can move a little... I can move a little closer to the edge. I'm ready to go." No, I shouldn't do that. Look at my energy. It's low. I don't see why I can't just cozy up in a corner here. Finally. Energy's low. Okay, I've got one. Alright, let's get out of here. Shit. This isn't the way out. I've just... In my panic. Let's just get home, guys. Quick. Get home. It's a heavy burden, this crystal. Fuck off, dark. Do what I want with my crystal. It's got nothing to do with you, necessarily. We're gonna make it. Well, that looks good, actually. Time crystal digging into your back, just on those knots. So you could kind of just retract and protract your shoulders over it so that it digs in just right. That's what I need tonight. Where do I find one? Well, we did a little bit of work there. We got some things done. Let's go over what we did. We took a pill. Okay. We moved a thing that then ran us over. And it seemed to create a bit of an impasse for us there, in that there was no way that I could see to necessarily move that box, because then it wouldn't create a path through. So I'm slightly concerned that that way is fucked. I'm sure it isn't really. Something can be done. And then we built a bridge with a tree that we cut down last week, kept in the back pocket, just for the wood, enough wood with which to create a bridge. Then we got a time crystal, didn't we? And now it's comfortably digging into the knots in our back as we rest at home. I did cut down the tree. So there was some success in this story. I don't know. I will think about things. I will commit to nothing. By saying it out loud with my mouth. That strikes me as a possible mistake. What is the plan now? I don't know. I need to mull it over. What did everybody think about the game tonight? Just interested in the opinions. I would love to flip another egg, but sadly the game does not allow flipping further eggs. The eggs have been flapped. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Maybe some. I won't. You know, maybe I'll. I'm struggling with this, with the whether or not to roll back on the schedule situation. To be quite honest with you, I'm not sure. And let's say that we did a poll earlier and the results were mixed. It was not 100% about, yes, let's have a schedule, whichever one is applicable for my region. I can't remember which. And it was, people were somewhat ambivalent. I mean, some not maybe, but on average, it's do what you will. Sutter slime. Cheers for that. All right, so why can't you commit to the schedule? I'm curious. It's a good question. Why can't I? I mean, I have. This is the third week running, man. I don't know. Let's say it's a loose schedule, just for you and I here today. Schedule is it's a suggestion rather than maybe being ironclad and or inexorable. I just, the chaos reigns, and perhaps that should be the name of the game, the name of the streaming game. Making the poll was a mistake. Why do you say that, Brellawan? Why was it a mistake? It told me that either option was kind of okay, which I appreciated personally. Let's keep it loose, yeah. Yeah, guys. Stop wiggling out of your schedule. Yeah. Which one is it? Which one should I be saying? Let me look. I'll find out and then I'll actually stick to it, okay? Schedule. 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 That's a bit of a loose interpretation of the poll results, but okay. I mean, 10%, give or plus or minus 10%, that's within the margin of error. As far as I'm concerned. I ran the poll. I get to choose the interpretation. I'm not going to autoplay and simulate the game and just watch. That would be counter to the entire point of any of this. %, that's what I said. 10% plus or minus. If you interpret the poll, then the percentages had literally no meaning, XD. Exactly, I'm glad you understand and agree. XD. All right, well, we've come to no conclusion, and that's the I think that's the best result we can hope for. So, thanks to everyone for coming along. Cheers for the subs, and thanks to any existing viewers. And the non-existent ones are appreciated too. So, any and all, and often. Cheers. More polls, more pills, more polls. Yeah, it's possible. Next time. Cheers, guys. Thank you, and good night. Hello.